Hello gamers and welcome back to another video. I am a huge fan of The Legend of Zelda. I love the world, the lore, and everything in between. The land of Hyrule is so unique with all these different iconic regions and landmarks. You have all these different races and cultures, each of them are just so fascinating. You have the Zoras in the sea and rivers, the Gorons in the mountains, the Gerudo tribe in the desert, the Deku Scrubs in the forest, and the Rito in the snowy tundra. Sometimes. This is Hyrule, and depending on the game, you will even see more races and people. But ever since I played Tears of the Kingdom, and even the recent Echoes of Wisdom, I have been wanting something a little different. I think it's time for the Legend of Zelda franchise to leave Hyrule and take place in a completely new land. Now, I'm not saying that this should be a permanent thing, maybe just for like a game or two. We actually do have Zelda games that already take place outside of Hyrule. For example, there's Majora's Mask, Wind Waker, and even Skyward Sword. Majora's Mask took place in the land of Termina. Wind Waker's Hyrule got the Noah's Ark treatment, and Skyward Sword takes place before the creation of Hyrule. The Zelda franchise loves experimentation. Breath of the Wild was one giant experimentation, and Tears of the Kingdom took that and just added more crazy elements. That means that there is a big chance that we could be seeing a Zelda game in the future that takes place outside of the land of Hyrule. Just imagine a game with the scope of Breath of the Wild, but set in a completely new realm. The possibilities are endless. You don't even have to do completely different races either. I mean, that would be really cool, but I think the Zelda series already has enough variety of nations and people. Races like Gorons and Zoras don't have to just be set in Hyrule. They can be found in other areas of Zelda's world. I mean, if the Zelda team wants to add more unique races, like with the recent Zonai, I'm not gonna complain. I actually really dig the Zonai and their designs. They look really sleek, and I would like to see them in other Zelda games in the future. Maybe then we can learn more about them and their culture in future games, because Tears of the Kingdom just gave us a little taste. Before we get into any more crazy ideas, if you're still watching this video, hit that like button and subscribe for more content like this. It really does help the channel out a ton. I know YouTubers talk about this a lot, but it really does help that much. I just know that the Zelda team has more crazy ideas that they would love to implement in the future. Leaving the comfort and familiarity of Hyrule may just be the thing that the Zelda team needs to flex their creative muscles even more. I know the Zelda team prioritizes gameplay over story, but I think that they can implement some really cool stories in different nations outside of Hyrule. Or heck, if they still want to include Hyrule, they can do a neighboring nation right next to Hyrule and maybe have some conflict between the two nations. That would be a really cool game. I hope it doesn't sound like I am dunking on Hyrule, because I love this fictional world. If there was a video game world I would love to live in, it would definitely be Hyrule. But that being said, I do think that the Zelda team should expand outside the borders of Hyrule and create new regions and new landmarks for us to explore in the future. But let me know down below what you think. Would you want to see another Zelda game that takes place outside of Hyrule? Or would you want to go back to Hyrule again, but have it, set in the past or the future, or just have it in a different style than Breath of the Wild or Tears of the Kingdom? Because that would be really cool too if they made Hyrule, more developed, or just change the layout or something. That would be cool too, but I would really like to see some more new landmarks, some new regions, and honestly just a completely new kingdom. I think that would be so cool, and maybe have Hyrule there too, to have like some rich story between the two. I don't know, I just think that would be really cool. But let me know your thoughts down below, and thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you all next time. God bless.